Hello, welcome to Rifleonline. I'm Sean.
And I'm Jet Piston.
Thanks for coming back to see us. I think that we're going to get better with these. That's just a tripod, a phone, and us jamming in our studio. So we want to talk to you a little bit about what it is to be in a band for a lot of years and be able to get along, write music, and just fulfill that need. I'm not here to tell anyone that you're going to get rich and famous. I think that's a rarity, especially now.
You're not.
Yeah, but you can enjoy yourself and put out music. I mean, people listen to Rifle all over the world. I'm very proud of that. And I think if nothing else, if I can continue to touch, one person, even, I feel like I've done my job. And I do this for me anyway. I think we all do. So, with that, we have a new release, Sand in the Gears.
Sand in the Gears is out on January 1st of this year.
Yeah.
Very proggy sounding for us.
I think it is. Yeah. It's been well received so far. But yeah, I think there is a prog rock aspect to it that we don't have on a lot of our other records. There's always a little bit, I think, just because Rick and I grew up listening to Rush and Yes and things like that. But so there's always a little prog.
There's always a little prog, but that one we allowed it to sort of. We allowed the songs to go in whatever directions they wanted to go, and if it was less hard rock and less heavy metal and more prog, we didn't try to change it. We didn't steer it away.
Agreed. So I think it's 5 songs. Five songs.
5 songs.
Yeah. So
if you were prepared, you would know that.
I am not prepared, and I seldom am. So you be prepared to watch me be unprepared every episode.
And there is a playlist on our YouTube for the album or the EP. It's only 5 songs that you can click through and listen to the whole thing.
I don't know if I have a favorite song on it. I Kill What I Eat, I think, might be my favorite song on that right now, today.
It'll be different tomorrow.
It could be different tomorrow. But see what you think. I think it's a really good record. We have a few on our playlist. Take a listen to all of them, please. What I want to do, briefly before we end, is tell you a little bit about each of us as far as what we do in the band and how we contribute. Of course, like I said, I'm Sean Flannery, if anybody cares. I play bass. But with that, we all have to do something else. I mean, there's 4 of us in this band, and it's not like, we make enough money for the band to survive, but not enough to hire someone to fix our stuff or anything. So we all have jobs. So I do all of the guitar repair work and modification work. And I think I try to work on the drums. Well, I do work on the drums, and also tune the drums. I also make sure I have a drum key. Most bass players have to do that, though, because drummers never do. Those are some contributions that I have to Rifle besides just playing bass. Jet here does the most.
I don't know if I do the most, but I'm more on the technical side. What I do besides playing guitar is I do all of the recording and editing and mastering and putting together the albums for release. All those things involve a lot of other jobs in between there.
Right.
It's one thing to say I record the music. Well, recording the music means I set up all the gear, I run all the microphones, I set the levels, I do all that kind of behind the scenes mixing and mastering stuff.
Not to mention listening to every song over and over and over until your ears become so fatigued, I think, for lack of a better term. Or maybe that is the right term.
That is the correct term. Here's my first recording tip for everyone. Take a break. After you've been listening for maybe an hour or so, take a break. Take your headphones off or turn off your speakers, whatever you're mixing with. Take a break and let your ears relax and return to normal. And when you come back, everything will sound different. One of the things that I do when we've recorded and I've gotten to the point where I think it's ready for release, I will not listen to it again for another week or so and go back and listen. And I almost always find things that need to be adjusted or changed.
Right. And he sends it to all of us, so we all listen to it, for a week. And I try to listen to it on a lot of different
Different systems.
Systems, yes, systems. I guess that's good enough. Yeah. Whether it's down here, I listen to it, in the headphones, listen to it, on my good system upstairs. But
listen in your car.
Yeah.
Listen on a crappy boombox.
Right, and I have a speaker I like to take outside, and I listen to it on that. We want to make sure that we're giving the best representation of how we think we can sound and how we sound live. And I mean, Jed he's able to do that. That's one great thing about us recording, which is another thing we do, is we record here in the same place we practice, and everything that you see that's Rifle, we have done together and put it out, and we don't rely on any kind of record labels or anything else. It's all us, so we have control, and we can make things sound, we can take our time if we have to, although it doesn't seem to take us that long. But
no, it's the longest part of the process is usually mine, where I'm trying to get the best mix possible and make everything sound the way that it sounds when we play the song out. We want to have a balance. We don't want the finished product to be so entirely different from the way we play it on stage that it's a different song. So we try to keep it
real. We try to keep it real.
Yeah.
Well,
as real as we can.
As real as we can. As real as we can. So I think that, that's some things that hopefully throughout some of these episodes we can help everybody with. Being not having the pressure of paying someone else to record you and tell you how they think you should sound is wonderful.
Yeah.
So also, Jet does some of our artwork. He does a lot of our graphic design. So that's good. I don't do any of our artwork. I sometimes have ideas, and they're rejected, but I do have them.
Rightfully so.
Oh yes, yeah. No one wants me doing art.
And the other half of our artistic team on that side is RT Kraken, our vocalist, who is a wonderful photographer and artist who has come up with many great ideas for our covers in the past.
And he writes, 99.9% of our lyrics. There's some lyrics floating around that Jet and I have written, usually independently, but not very few. Those are older songs. I don't think, at least I haven't submitted any lyrics in a long time, which I'm happy. I'm glad that RT takes care of it, because it's a burden. Again, we all have our different jobs, and that's as odd as that sounds, because he does sing, but that's part of the job is writing. I mean, in my opinion, fantastic lyrics, thought-provoking,
absolutely.
And you listen for yourself. I can only brag.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Rifle Online. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll have more videos coming your way soon.